Hi Libra, welcome. I thought I would just get started and we do a foundation card first and then move on to spiritual or emotional advice and then do a love card. So for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus and Mars, if that's what you're watching for, or cross-watching, welcome. So for Libras, Libra energy is a foundation starting point. This is the Knight of Cups. So a water sign, or just that watery energy, emotional feeling energy. I usually associate knights with mutable signs, so that would be Pisces in this case. Maybe you know Pisces or you are a Pisces, but yeah, someone who's just, feels their way through something and he has this like helmet thing on. It's like a mohawk helmet, which is a kind of a good idea for runway hair or something. And yeah, it's like the horse is becoming the waves. It's like being one with the ocean, being one with the tides, one with the, the way that things move and feeling your way through something. So again, this could be you or someone you know. This also kind of wanted to come out, and this is the Seven of Swords. It came out like this, so it could be happening to you, or you could be this person, or, Seven of Swords is a lot of times associated with a liar, cheater, thief, someone who's snuck into a camp and is trying to get away with stealing some swords from the camp, from the, base, and he can't carry them all, so he's leaving a couple behind. This can mean a lot of different things. So it can mean like, retrieving something that you left behind on a very mundane level, like if you lost something. Or it can mean, leaving something behind, carrying and going with only what you need to take with you. It can mean forgetting something, or, looking back. It can also mean like looking over your shoulder, not wanting to have to look over your shoulder. Like if this is happening to you, not wanting to have to worry about looking over your shoulder. Like if people are going to like be stealing from you and like that kind of thing. Swords having to do with thoughts and emotions, and not really emotions. I guess I was thinking about the Knight of Cups here. So maybe feeling very intuitive about someone who may be kind of like sneaky in your life. But this is also like he gets caught, like most of the time he gets caught. So it's maybe somewhat trying to get away with something, or, just funny enough, I was listening to this one song, maybe you know it, Boston by like Augustina from like forever ago. It came on my like shuffle, and then this card popped out when they said carrying your thoughts across a field or something like that. So it could be like carrying your thoughts with you, walking, taking a walk, like clearing your head, trying to make sense of something. I just bit my tongue. Or like they're going in different directions. So it could be like he's trying to get away from this person who's kind of like very intuitive, very, creative, very inspirational. And they are hoping they get away with something. Or this could be both you, like wanting to just sort of get out of a situation, or see something clearly, feel your way through something, but using thoughts and emotions to get through. I just noticed the sunset and like this like watercolory, ombre, purple, blue, yellow sky, orange sky, cloudy here. So maybe trying to get out of this like cloudy mentality so that you can feel your way through something easily. But So it could also be, since it has to do with cups and emotions, could be someone cheating or you, um, or trying to get out of a situation or trying to maneuver a situation. It could be together being like a little bit emotionally manipulative, like maybe that's how other people are seeing you or that's how you feel about someone else. It can mean on a very like literal level, like doing a double take, like not wanting to have to look over your shoulder as well. Like I think I said that before, but just sort of like trying to see something clearly or retrieve memory as well. This could be memories, retrieving something from your subconscious, trying to recall something you forgot, or maybe dreams coming back to you, thoughts, memories, emotions coming back to you from a situation past. He's like getting over some wall and getting away with something kind of, sneaky. He's looking at him, who's just like, la-di-da, like, I'm one with the ocean, and, maybe if that is the situation that you're in, and someone's, like, lying to you, or stealing from you, or if you're wondering if they are, this might be a good indication that they are, I've been in that situation a lot, and after a while, you just kind of, like this card kind of indicates, like, get tired of looking over your shoulder and wondering, like, what's next, What if I put something out there, some of my creative ideas or something, and then they get taken? There's different levels as well, like, of things that, like, for me, really, it's only the very personal, like, life experiences, like, things that you put a lot of time and development into that I really care about. But, like, if someone were to take that, which is when you're like, just use your own life. I don't know, get a life. Maybe get a life. But yeah, I think at a certain point, you just kind of have to give it up to universe. It's kind of what I did, and just say to whomever that you believe in, this is weighing on me. This is too much for me. I'm tired of it. It's these people, these situations are not worth my time, my effort, my energy, my emotions, and just give it up to spirit, universe, and like I said to universe, like, you know better than me, than, who these people are and exactly what they've done. So I just ask that they get whatever sort of, karma, justice that they deserve tenfold, And those kinds of situations, like, it may not happen tomorrow, may not happen a month or years from now. It takes time to work things out behind the scenes. It could be behind the scenes. But I have no doubt, in my mind that those people that have done wrong to me will get what they deserve, and I'm sure the same thing could be for you. Like I said, times 10. Whenever it happens, I would hate to be them when judgment and karma comes calling, Like, if you haven't been, watching these videos, all of them, keeping track or whatever, but, yeah, there's been a lot of those kinds of situations for me, but really, it's not worth your time. Those kinds of people that are doing that, first of all, like, don't deserve to be in, like, whatever it is they're doing, but second of all, they will get what they deserve. I have no doubt in my mind, and obviously, things come into our lives that, it's not to say that, like, shitty things don't still happen to us and people don't still come into our lives, but if the universe is on your side because you are on the up and up and not being this person, you've really nothing to worry about, The universe, obviously, it's all about balance and opposites and making sure that everything's fair and balanced, so those people will get what they deserve. Anyways, moving on. That's the foundation. So some sort of theft or wondering about whether or not something's happening, or just thinking back, or just, yeah, kind of trying to feel your way through something. On the bottom is the Nine of Swords, but I won't really, we already talked about 2 cards, so, but that's just being up with your thoughts all night again, like worrying about people, like, you know, just being assholes, and like wondering why, like, why do people need to do that? Like, why can't they come up with their own shit, you know? Like, I personally don't get it. Like, if you are creative, you shouldn't have to worry about it. You shouldn't have to, like, steal, or, you know? There are other circumstances where inspiration, you know, like feeds off each other, and that's different. But yeah, for people that aren't on the up and up, like, I feel sorry for you when karma comes calling, just because you will regret it. Anyways, moving on to spiritual advice for Libras. And I think you can get on board with that, being a Libra, you know, fairness, balance, wanting things to feel fair for everyone, to work out, you know, to the best ability for everyone, for yourself as well. Nine of Swords can also be like psychic, you know, levels as well, beyond just what is keeping you up, you know. So yeah, some sort of transition, traveling. I mean, he's traveling on foot, he's traveling by horse, water, some sort of travel, some sort of movement. He can be very, like, always keep in mind that things can go both ways. So this can be someone who is not in control of their emotions and, like, acting out, or Knight of Cups. Isn't that like a movie? I think I saw the trailer for it. Maybe I'll put it below. But just someone very emotional, like affected by emotions too, affected by their environment. So someone who needs to learn about how things make them feel so that they can be in control, and then those things no longer have, like, power over them. Maybe that applies to you. Yeah. Stars on the bottom. It's my favorite card. Okay. Libra. Further clarity or advice, or spiritual advice for Libras. Try to, like, do this so you can see it. Luxury. 4 of Cups. So this is taking the blindfold off, remembering, or looking around you, noticing the things around you, being aware, not missing things, not missing out on opportunities. It's just, it's like a, feel like it's an abundance or a fountain of goodness in the midst of clouds, in the midst of stormy weather. So finding the light through the storm, or something like that. I just thought of goldfish for some reason. I don't know, just the color of the cups. Some sort of wire centerpiece. Maybe you're throwing a party. But champagne, you know, and just enjoying what you have, not, you know, being so, like, focused on what you don't have or what is bothering you, and just sort of noticing that things are coming in, that are new opportunities for you, and just, like, not missing out on those things, like keeping your eyes open. Like, if you're too focused on what it is that you're working on or thinking about or feeling, and just, like, that's all you can focus on, like, needing to look around you, because usually there's something that's being offered to you that you may or may not be noticing, just depending. So 4 is your stability, so it's emotional stability as well. Having that, feeling good in your environment. This is Cancer and the Moon. So again, feeling your way through something, especially within an environment. Feeling good at home could be talking about the 4th house, or maybe the 7th house. If it has more to do with relationships, this could be someone who's, like, being sneaky and not on the up and up within a relationship here. 7th house of partnerships, also originally ruled by Libra. So yeah, it's just making sure that those that you let into your life, and those that you work with, or have any sort of relationship with, are on the up and up, are doing things right, are being right by you and you by them, and everything's fair and balanced, and yeah, not anything else. This is Ace of Discs, so some sort of offer, some sort of golden opportunity, some sort of invitation, or just reaching out. It could be like receiving something, or receiving an offer, receiving some sort of promotion, receiving, like, maybe being intuitive and feeling like something's going to come in, like you're going to get a call, or you're going to, it has more to do with earth and like your tangible sort of reality, so things around you, or your environment, again, like material type things, but really can just, like, when you say anything that has like a sentence that has something, like this is something, like it's getting something, wanting something, being satisfied with something, feeling something, or something having to do with Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, just earthly matters, and maybe Cancer. So see what stands out to you. It's just like the wings and the something just being offered. Usually there's something like a cup that this person, another imagery, doesn't notice. He's like really focused on like 3 cups that, I don't know what's going on with the 3 cups, but he's being offered and doesn't notice, another hand coming out of nowhere, just like offering him a new cup. It's like right there. He can hear it. He can, even feel it probably, but isn't taking the chance, isn't taking the opportunity. So it's like not missing opportunities, being aware of your environment, jumping on whatever it is that you can, just sort of, I wouldn't say pounce on, or just like, but it's an opportunity, something coming in. So, or maybe if this is you and you're giving that to someone else, and it can also mean like bored or not interested. So it could be any of those kinds of things, but I think just, not being shady and just being kind in whatever situation you find yourself in, or some sort of offer from the luxury industry. I don't know, I just thought of, so 1 and 4, 5, maybe some sort of change again with a promotion or something, like offer, could be like a bit of mail. Like, actually, I just got something in the mail from a company, an Italian company I worked for, did some art for, and it's all in Italian. I don't know how to read it, so I had to figure out what that is. So that would be an example of, something coming in, like just a bit of mail or an email or something. You get the point. So moving on to romantic, love, spiritual, or not spiritual, intimate advice. It may overlap, it may not, just it kind of depends on like how you, incorporate, like if you incorporate spirituality into your love life or not, but because this can also have more to do with like personal life and just, just whatever. So this is more intimate, more romantic, more suggestions, ideas, love. The Hermit just popped out. So I always feel like this is someone feeling like they're in the doghouse, like he's been exiled because he's in the doghouse. And this is Virgo, 9, so some sort of end of completion as well, or, something coming full circle, so that you can start fresh or start over with something. But this is also like searching for your truth, whatever that is, and like feeling your way through something, taking things one step at a time. Just, going somewhere maybe to get away for, to clear your head, to get some space, to understand how you personally, even if it involves other people, but you personally feel about a situation, so that you can approach it in the best possible way, and, just be, again, like upfront and on the up and up, and just do things right. So there's all of the orange in the sky. Kind of looks like this to me. I can like, no? I don't know. Virgo maybe is important to you. Short distance trips maybe, or just sort of, going somewhere where there's mountains and I don't know why, but I just thought of this like, what is it? I want to lay with you on a mountain or something like that song from like, well, for me, like 6th grade or 5th grade, like, oh my gosh, completely blanking. I'll find it and put it below. It's completely cheesy. I love cheesy things. They make me laugh. Okay, there was another card and I closed it, so I don't know what happened to that. But yeah, so maybe the number 9 is important to you, or some sort of cycles, or someone you know that is a Virgo, or if you feel like you're in the doghouse, that's very much what it could be, or someone is a dog, someone's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Being aware of that, stepping carefully through a situation, letting guidance, higher guidance maybe, help you get through a situation if there is someone involved that is not on the up and up, that is not honest, that is not, I think it's, again, like, if there are other people involved as well, like hoping that they open their eyes to see that this person, maybe, I don't know if they may be different people or same person, but just hoping that people see the truth, open their eyes to what's going on, not being, not turning a blind eye, that kind of thing. Maybe because of status, luxury status, or whatever, just knowing that it really doesn't matter. They're shitty people on the top, and they deserve to be brought to justice, Libra having a lot to do with justice, and just not being ignorant of those things, not like brushing them off, just being aware that if you do things right, things will turn out right eventually. And those that aren't, even if it's not in this lifetime, will get their fair due, So, but usually, I have the Emperor on the bottom here, which is Aries, and I don't know what she's doing. She's just kind of sitting and wrapped in this sort of, it would be kind of a cute dress, like this sort of tube top. It looks like, you can see that, good lighting. It's just some sort of like boucle sweater material tube top wrap dress that would be kind of cool. Like it was just like one piece and sort of asymmetrical, just sort of wrapped and came up in a weird angle and had a slit. Yeah. So, and we are talking about luxury here, so maybe fashion or something is important to you. You work in fashion. To me, this card just, it reminds me of my own situation, but it's just kind of like employing, psychological warfare tactics on, whatever situation that you're in. Like old school, like military tactics to get what you want, or hopefully. But this is love. So this is really like I think both people taking time apart to think. They're both sitting on a rock and like, it just reminds me of like Japanese like artwork and like watercolor. Maybe thinking back to someone. Maybe this is the person that she's thinking about. Maybe there's a misunderstanding, a miscommunication or something like that. Missed call, missed opportunity, and they're both sort of sad and regretting it. 4 and 9, 13. So again, reduces down to a 4. So 13 reminds me of the Death card, and that reminds me of Venus and Scorpio. So not in all decks, but in a lot of decks it kind of refers to Scorpio and Venus, and maybe not Venus so much, but we're talking about love. So Scorpio, regeneration and rebirth and coming back to life, seeing things with new eyes, new perspectives, letting go of what didn't work in the past, maybe starting over, starting fresh between these two people, or not. You know, they could be going separate ways, but I think it's thinking about each other, thinking about someone, taking time for yourself, you know, recentering, finding a new approach or a new way to go about something. It's funny, they're just like mirror images almost of each other, and yeah, so maybe Virgo or Aries is important to you. Maybe there's some sort of separation, maybe just, you know, getting out where there's fresh air and some nice scenery where, you know, there's not anything around you. You can just sort of think and you can hear your thoughts clearly. That would be helpful to you. Just to find some more stability, you know, within your relationship or within yourself or your environment, and feeling more centered, more grounded, feeling connected to your emotions, connected to the earth, connected to your fiery passion. I really just don't know what she's doing and why this guy is a werewolf. I don't know, but maybe that means something to you. Sound like Twilight. Right? Or like Werewolf in Paris. I'm just going on tangents now, but yeah. So, guys, I hope this was helpful for you and you can find some space to yourself to think and clear your head and gain some, that's what it could be, gain some perspective, you know. Perspective, like seeing things in retrospect as well, I think of, so that you can find your balance, emotional balance, and see the light through the clouds, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm being like super cheesy, but like I don't know how else to describe some things sometimes, so I hope you enjoy it or something. Anyways, okay, so Libra, I hope that was helpful. Now on to Scorpio at 27:30. I'm time-stamping these so that you can, you know, just go to your sign or whatever sign you're interested in and find it easily. But I recommend listening to all of the videos and seeing how they apply to your life and different areas of your life and different facets of your personality. So Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or Scorpio energy. Mars, Venus, or if you just have a lot of planets in Scorpio and you're interested in cross-watching for Scorpio, welcome. As a foundational card for Scorpios. Scorpio energy. What is the focus? What is the foundation for Scorpios? Ace of Cups. This is a brand new beginning, brand new offer, brand new something. I just think of a mood ring for some reason, but it's just, you know, emotion. Someone may be offering you some sort of emotional, you know, telling you something emotional about themselves or that makes you happy, or a brand new start or something like that. But something that affects your emotions and just feeling fresh and, you know, wanting to start over, getting the chance to start over. Just like I think they're lotus or some sort of like just overflowing with good feelings, goodness. It's beginning the start of something new. Hangman is on the bottom, so this could be you or someone you know. Came out like this, so maybe this is coming out of, you know, that time out, that break that maybe you've been in. It's gaining new clarity, perspective on a situation or within yourself, whatever you're feeling, going through, and, you know, coming out of your self-imposed, like, sort of timeout break, and maybe, you know, whatever it was, meditation, music, thinking, sleep, rest, was helpful to you to start fresh and start over. 12 reduces down to a 3, and that is love, emotion, creativity, feeling, art, music, like, so anything that makes you feel good like that. Okay. 1, I mean, that's you. It's just the beginning of something. So whatever you've been wanting to start, maybe it's time to get on that. It's like a good omen that it could be very, I don't know, just bring a lot of joy into your life, maybe. Getting some good news or something. This is victory. 6 of Wands. It's feeling like people are on board with you, that you're moving forward, or coming home after a good day at work, or something good, some good bit of news coming in, and you feel victorious. It's like the fight's not over, the whole thing isn't over, but it's like I always feel like some sort of halfway point, and you are victorious. You are doing well. People are recognizing, people are cheering you on, and people are recognizing your efforts, your ideas, your creativity, your instinct, your hard work, your thoughtfulness. And then, taking that, using that as, motivation to keep going. It's not resting on your laurels. It's moving forward with creative love, passion, sparks of inspiration. It's 6, so, nurturing, loving energy, feeling loved, feeling good, supported, however you gain that support, whether it's from home or people around you or family, friends, partnerships, or anything like that. But rods being fire, talking about your ideas and motivation and inspiration and passions. So it's maybe, being followed as well, followed by someone or some people that like what you do, but I think ultimately being victorious, this one to come out. This is, again, 1, the Magician. This is 0, the Fool. So we have a lot of, brand new energy, brand new starts, brand new wanting brand new things, people, feeling good, feeling supported, feeling like someone supports you. It's starting fresh, it's starting over, it's using your mind, it's taking a risk, it's taking that leap of faith, and being sort of victorious, could be like a small win, that just kind of is enough to get you off the couch, get you out of your little, break time. Someone maybe that is giving of themselves, or this could be you, and you are helping someone else. But I think this could be the 6th house, which is Virgo, and I just think of the very helpful energy with Virgos, just they just want to help. They're just nice, I don't know. So maybe at the 6th house, your day-to-day, someone who gets you off the couch in your day-to-day and just inspires you and makes you feel motivated and supported, and loved and inspired to use all of the things, all the resources, things that you have around you, your mind, your intellect, your inspiration, your creativity, every little thing that you have, whether it's within you or just your resources around you, your supportive network, to create something. It's above and below. It's as you think it, so will it be, your mind having a lot of power, knowing the power of your mind, knowing how powerful your thoughts are to create the world, create the situation, the victory that you want to see happen. It's getting in that mindset, really just kind of getting rid of any sort of blockages, any sort of things that are bogging you down and keeping you stuck, or, this could be feeling stuck too. It goes both ways. So it could be feeling stuck and not being able to move on or move forward or feel supported or something like that. So, this is utilizing the power of your mind to help you move forward, And I see like a waterfall and like the Running Man when I see this card for some reason, like some 80s like also that Imagine Dragons Believer song too in the background, and I put that video in another playlist, so I'll put it again. But it's using everything that you have at your fingertips, being resourceful, not being tricked, not being tricky, like to some extent, like just being first, using your agency, using your mind, finding all the different aspects and ways that things could go. I think of too, like with all these different angles and then the different angles that those angles make, and just how everything is a facet and reflection and mirror of itself, yourself included, and just maybe seeing how your actions and your mind and your thoughts then reflect out and affect others and just become ripples of actions. So being cognizant of how you interact with others and what's going on in your head, so that you have power over your mind and not the other way around, This is one, it's being the first with something. It's getting things going, getting things started. This was also at the bottom, the 0, the Fool, so being at that point that just allows you to see what's, passing, coming to be. It's seeing the big picture, seeing all the whole cycle, the whole process, how maybe, because we are talking a lot about like enlightenment and consciousness and seeing new perspectives and gaining clarity and having power of your mind. So it's like, I feel like knowing and understanding those cycles so that you can have that sort of power over yourself, maybe in whatever situation that you're in, just, but it's at 0 point. It's starting fresh, some sort of new beginning. Usually he has like a little companion with him, like that. It's taking what you need, starting on a new journey, embarking on something completely different. It's taking your memories, taking your experiences, and learning from them, not forgetting them, understanding that things repeat themselves and situations, experiences repeat themselves. So being able to recognize those experiences and those situations when they come up again in a new light, in a new context, so that you don't, if you feel like you've made a mistake or something in the past, you don't repeat it just because you don't recognize what this new thing is coming in that is basically a reflection of the past, but just different context, like being aware of all those things so that you can make the best decisions possible. Understanding cycles in your own life, taking a chance, taking a risk, maybe gambling on something so that you can be victorious. Maybe you're gambling on some basketball games or something and waiting to hear, or this kind of reminds me of basketball as well. Or some sort of game, like just like old school basketball, like 70s, you see them like sort of like short little shorts, and like they always look very agile in those videos. Anyways, but yeah, it's something new. It's starting out on a new, maybe traveling too. Again, I think there's a lot of things talking about traveling. Usually this is some sort of parade, and there's one person sort of leading the parade, and so again, just some sort of movement. Let's see what like stands out to you. There's a lot going on with this card. Maybe I'll actually, I don't know where it went to. I had the explanation book because there's so much imagery or like symbolism in this deck that goes beyond what other decks. I just haven't yet remembered. I haven't yet memorized all of it, but to me, I noticed the butterflies and the little cat here, which is his companion, little guy like that. Maybe getting a pet, maybe taking your pet with you if you're traveling. yeah, it's being open to new things. It can mean some brand new, like, hallelujah, like, parade, happiness experience. Yeah, so let's move on to the erotic tarot. Oops. Deck. It's a Knight of Water again, and came up for Libra. Kind of just fell out. I don't know, but yeah. So Pisces. This guy is just kind of wading in the water. You know, he looks lost. I don't know why he's in the water. He's gotten off his horse. He's taking a dip. I don't know why he hasn't removed his clothes if he's trying to, bathe. But he has this, like, cross-body, like, I don't know, reminds me of some purses that I've seen lately, and he just looks suspicious of, like, something that's happening. So also, again, using your intuition, maybe, but I'll pull some other cards because maybe Pisces is important to you, or you are a Pisces, so try not to give you guys a show here too much. For Scorpios, I mean, Scorpio is about, going into the depths, like being comfortable, being able to talk about things, being able to feel your way through a situation and discover things about yourself through going deep, diving deep, finding out new things. So that could be what that's talking about. This is the Knight of Earth. Virgo, again, sometimes these are like really explicit and graphic, and other times I'm not sure why this is supposed to be erotic. She looks totally clothed. She's riding a horse. She's breaking through some sort of gate or opening the gate. So maybe, moving through something, moving out of something, moving towards someone or something. Earth being, your tangible reality, things around you, someone, things that make you feel good. This is about travel again, like being flexible, being mutable. Virgo energy, your day-to-day, maybe going horseback riding. I don't know if you can look to see if there's anything that stands out to you. So yeah, maybe equestrian type things. So sea biscuit. I don't know. This came up before. This is the Eight of Water. So, I said this before. Like, it looks like she's on her way. She's going somewhere. She's trying to get across this lake, and then she just realized, like, oh my gosh, there are arrows sticking out of this tree, and she realizes she should be careful because she's in the midst of a war zone or something. She looks surprised, like maybe they just landed or something, but they look like they've been there for a while. So again, wading in the water, from that other card as well. 8, about being, Scorpio, regeneration, like sex, transformation. It's sexy, like Scorpio energy. So maybe coming back to life with someone. Again, Pisces came up. So Pisces and Saturn here. Cupid's arrows of love or something like that, hitting you, or you're like, I just escaped that. I don't know, it could go either way, but usually walking away from something or someone or a situation. It can also be, this was reversed, so it could be coming back to someone or coming back to a situation. you know, finding some clarity, again, like the hangman, finding some clarity, understanding a new perspective on something or someone, and like making your way back into the war zone or out of the war zone. Maybe the war zone is within yourself, and you've been struggling up with your own issues, and now that you gain some clarity, you can come back and or move forward towards wherever it is you're going. It could just be very mundane, like going on a walk, but getting out into nature. But Pisces is the opposite of Virgo, so I mean, I'm not really sure why these cards are coming up because you know I've already done, but yeah, maybe it's just maybe you have a lot of Piscean or Virgo energy. I also think of that like Taylor Swift video. I put it in a bunch of things and actually put it in a playlist. Like it's my like fight song. Like when things are going to happen that involve like missiles and that kind of thing. Like I put in playlists. And I put it in the playlist, I think, on Sunday, like right before, which now is kind of making sense why there's so many like Indian, Native American references, like since we just sent off like Tomahawk like missiles over to Syria. But yeah, so it could be something like that. We're talking about love here, so Cupid's arrow I just think of, but Saturn and Pisces, disciplined in your emotions and like finding the clear way, the clear stream through. I was going on some other tangent, I don't remember what it was, but Pisces, opposites, Virgo, Pisces. Oh yeah, the Taylor Swift video, Bad Blood. I just think her videos are really entertaining for some reason. Anyways, and the last person in that video, it has arrows in her back, like kind of reminds me of Chiron or someone like that, at like midpoints. What's even weirder about that video, like I've said this in a few videos, like how kind of like aligns with my birth chart, and like maybe it does for you as well, I don't know, but what's even weirder is that each one of those girls in there, they like look like friends that I've had or known, people I've known, and it aligns with like I associate like that in the, I'll put it below, not because I think missiles are coming in, but just for an example, the Trinity, I think of, they're all in white, and I think of like a grand air trine, which involves Aquarius, and the girl, the singer, who's embodying that, looks just like my friend in New York, and even down to like the lipstick she used to wear, the color lipstick she used to wear, who is an Aquarius, and same with another Pisces, and that knockout like looks like another, I mean, it's just beyond me, like how close and similar, how it's just weird. Like, anyways, yeah, so maybe finding connections between things, or seeing your reflection in things, earth and water, so maybe you earth sign, water sign, that kind of thing, and it's about reflecting your surroundings, being a reflective source maybe, of your partnership. I don't know, this is pretty like, I just noticed she has like a like on her, she has some sort of what would it be called, like a it looks like she's burned herself or like sat on something, or like I was going to say branding, but like that sounds awful, like just looks like maybe she's trying to like get into the water because it's sore, I don't know. Again, just like lifting up her dress, I don't, maybe she's been riding her horse all day, now, you know, she feels sore, so she's going for a dip in the water. maybe 8's important to you. 8 seems to be important to me, but I don't know why it just keeps coming up. Scorpio, though, it represents Scorpio to me, so that's you. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. It's just, I think, about being yourself and connecting your emotions and to your earthly reality, your mundane daily life, like, finding ways to incorporate those things into your life, your feelings more so, like not just going through life like without any sort of reflection on how you feel and how something makes you feel, but just sort of, incorporating, being cognizant, I think, of how things and other people make you feel, asking yourself if that's good for you or not, and that kind of thing. So, and that being a way to like move forward. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. Now on to Sagittarius, 50-40. So welcome, Sagittarius. As a starting point, foundational energy for Sagittarius is Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus, Mars, if you're here for love, cross-watching, or you just have a lot of planets in Sagittarius and you're interested in Sagittarius energy. Welcome. As a foundational point for Sagittarius is Sagittarius need to know. 3 of Cups, so maybe 3 days or 3 people or something like that, but this is going out with friends, celebration, some sort of celebration, maybe feeling celebrated or just enjoying some sort of social event, coming together with others, friends. I mean, like 3 sisters, 3 girlfriends, 3, whatever. It doesn't have to just be 3 people, it could be a big group of people too, but as an example. Or 3 facets within your own personality, kind of, I think of like more watery Scorpio type energy, more like, I don't know, fiery, like blonde, like Leo-esque energy, and this sort of green, redhead, like earthy type energy. So connecting all those within yourself. Or yeah, maybe these are other people. I just had the Scorpio, or I just did Scorpio, so, and I mentioned like 2 friends, from people I knew in New York, that it was funny, we were all different hair colors. Yeah, I don't know, maybe that's it's on my mind, I don't know, for Sagittarius, but just, cheersing, something coming maybe to completion. Fashion, I think of too. On the bottom is the Strength card. Okay, this deck creeps me out because she really does look like Taylor Swift, and I just mentioned that in the last reading, and so like I need to get off this like Taylor Swift tangent, because I really like, it's so funny, I never really like, for the past few years at least, I really didn't like listen to any new music or anything like that. I just sort of tried to maintain some sort of separation between myself, and so I just, would know that the ideas that were coming out of me was just stemming from a very conscious place, I guess, like of where I was focusing my energy and research and stuff like that. Like I wasn't being influenced by other things, and I never saw that video in any of it. I really never even watched music videos. Like I didn't know that people were even like making music videos still so much, like maybe once in a while, but like after TRL, like, are people like not making videos anymore? Like, I guess they are. So, anyways, that's just to say that I'm just kind of dumbfounded, like when I come across all these strange like coincidences and videos and lyrics and all these things that sort of just add up and they work out with these videos. So if you have time to look at the visual metaphors and music and things that I put links for below, do so. They may offer more clarity or insight or just sort of help connect the dots for you. But this is Again, 8 came from the last reading. This is strength, and it is having inner strength and connecting, harmony, mind, body, spirit, all of that. But I feel like between this, maybe gaining strength from associations or within yourself, like the different facets of yourself, and like training each one, like I think training a pet or something, like training the different areas of your life, the different skills and abilities that you have, like some sort of bunker, like sort of going through some sort of self-development, military-esque training for your own, mental, emotional strength, your own, so that you can handle whatever you come across. She's taming this lion, like he's like putty in her hands, like, it can go both ways. Obviously, both of these could be like not being in control of your emotions, or, going out too much or something like that, and not being able to find that balance, that harmony. But this is about, I think, connecting your head and your heart, using both to better understand a situation, to be more in harmony with yourself, I think, more so. But again, having that sort of strength of mind, strength of heart, strength of purpose, and taming your baser instincts, making sure that everything's working well together, that there's that sort of harmony, easy exchange, ease of, emotions and things going through you, things that come in and affect you, filtering that through in a very strong and in charge way, connecting to your heart, connecting to your emotions, using your higher mind to navigate a situation or navigate something that could be potentially hazardous, maybe, to your health or well-being, but being in control of it, just through grace and through, a gentle touch and kindness, and letting something warm up to you, letting others warm up to you. Feeling your way through a situation. So 3 and 8, that's 11. So that's a gateway. It's whether you choose to or not to step through some sort of new opportunity or some sort of door of perception or something like that. That's the foundation. And now for spiritual advice. Just flip to the star as well. Spiritual advice for Sagittarius is we're clarifying what those cards are. It's kind of funny because in a lot of decks, the Strength card and Justice is reversed. So 8 and 11. This is 8. Again, so 8, 8. Or in other decks would be Justice 11, Libra. Finding balance, making adjustments to your way of thinking or seeing something. I sometimes think of like working out and doing like dumbbell presses and like, but I saw like a lock and key as well. It looks kind of like that, but it's finding that balance, I think, within yourself, adjusting your mind, however you do that. For a lot of people, it's meditation, and for me, it's my little plays that I've made and help you to get into the state of mind that you want to be in. But it is about adjustment and law and legal and stuff like that as well sometimes. So we're just extra infinity. We have 2 8s here. Extra strength, extra infinity, extra power. People being on your side, I think of too. Or, walking through something, some sort of doorway, some sort of opening, could mean being careful so you're not like served with something, but like, or something having to do with law. But I mean, maybe you are celebrating because you got into law school and you feel strong and powerful and like you are moving forward, something like that. Or I think mainly just adjustment and finding balance within yourself. Strength card and this card, having that sort of inner balance, not overdoing it with like social life, partying or anything like that. So just being able to balance maybe social and alone time, like personal life, more so finding that balance. Just notice the like diamond repeat pattern, and like even here, you know, the chains like this diamond, and then up here makes me also think of like Twin Peaks for some reason. Those aren't even diamonds, but they just kind of look like that. Maybe they are. Just being in some sort of like, not Fantasia, but what's it called? Never-ending story or something. I mean, I don't know, but like just meeting with someone who is like this kind of guru, like all-knowing. Also, maybe that's what you're doing. Going to get some legal advice. Also, maybe you need that in order to help you feel more strong and powerful, like with whatever situation that you are dealing with. Like if you're wondering if you need to get some legal advice, this would maybe be, you know, telling to you that, yeah, that's a good idea. But mainly I think it's just about having that balance and within yourself or whatever it is that you're dealing with, and doing whatever you need to do in order to achieve that. The balls and the connections there, like swords, and it's about the sword of truth as well. So being truthful, being honest, being upfront, and you know, drawing a line if you need to, like laying down law. Just being in charge of yourself, being in charge of whatever situation that you're in. Five of Swords is on the bottom. So this says defeat, but it can also mean just changing what you think you know about a situation. Adjustment. Balance. Yeah. Swords having to do with your thoughts. 5 being change. So changing what you think you know about a situation, because you may or may not be right. You know, like finding out all the facts. Getting to the heart of something, like getting to the point. It can go both ways. So it's like, traditionally this card means more so like a bittersweet victory, you know, like something or someone, like maybe there were some harsh words or something like that, and you won, but it doesn't really feel good, you know. So making sure that both parties are happy, maybe, if you can. Finding some sort of, you know, compromise, balance within, if there is some sort of, you know, mediator type thing going on, and needing to work something out within a fight or within a argument or something like that. But yeah, maybe getting a mediator, getting a lawyer, getting a judge or something like that. But yeah, it can mean feeling like defeat, but I just don't really go by the words here, because I just think that cards have so many different meanings, and there's so many different things that people are going through that like they can take on such a literal thing too. Swords I often associate with letters in a name. Swords mean about thoughts, communication, speech, so that would make sense, like letters. So maybe there's something with 5 letters in a name, or that means something to you. Could talk about time as well, but like 5 days, 5 weeks, whatever. However, maybe, you know, maybe paying attention to, you know, these different cards that come up and the timing and how that works out for you. If something like comes through that is, that works out with, you know, some messages that we've talked about here, and then, you know, then from then on out, like that swords to you mean weeks, or swords to you mean letters, or, you know what I mean? Just knowing what things mean to you, because these are broad and general messages. So keeping all that in mind. But yeah, some sort of change in perspective, change in thought. like usually there's this guy that like he's stolen the swords from other people and they're just like crying and you know, it's some sort of small little battle, some sort of victory. It doesn't really feel like a victory though. Like it's like I said, a bittersweet victory. Like he's obviously like won battle, and like there are just people that are just really, you know, not happy with something. So it's like maybe stealing, like intellectual property theft too. Maybe that's what this is. Um, you know, if you are on the up and up, you have nothing to worry about. I don't know why I'm holding it like that, but yeah, I mean, at least for me, I, you know, keep track of everything that I've ever done, like down time stamping everything, you know, and try to like show it to one or two people I trust so that they also can vouch for me, and I, you know, leave a trail of different things and projects I've worked on that may or may not like play into something, but like, so all of my steps and all that is tracked, and there's no question about where I got my ideas, because I mean, honestly, I don't feel the need to look into what other people are doing, really. Like the links and stuff that I put below, that's for you. Like, I mean, I don't really feel like I need, I don't know. It just depends on everyone. It depends on how you get inspiration, how you get ideas, and I don't know. I just think it's about being fair and being on the up and up and finding what works for you, and maybe changing your perspective on what is fair and what isn't fair, you know, because of someone else. But I don't know, maybe it has something, you can look at your birth chart and like see how, I don't know, like again, as an example, I like have my sun in Sagittarius in fifth house of creativity and surrounded by like a bunch of other planets. Like to me, it's like it would hurt my ego to go like copy someone else. Like I have no desire to do that. Like I don't need their ideas. Like I got my own, you know, like too much ego in a way to like, too much creative ego in a way to like want to copy someone else. Like I don't need to, you know. But other people see it differently. Like other people, I was telling this to my mom actually the other night, and she was like, that's so interesting, because like if someone else were like put something out there, like oh great, they already did it for me, and I'm like, I could just, I want to do it myself, you know. Like I believe too much in my own abilities and talent to feel like anyone else could provide that for me in a way that's better. You know, it's about being authentic, maybe changing how you see a situation, and yeah, just relying on your own inner strength, your own creative strength, your own ability to pull things together, and to maybe celebrate that as well. Like celebrate your own skills, your own abilities, like know what you're good at, and like really just embrace that, you know. So 5 and 8, 85. That's funny. Anyways, okay, so again, just finding balance within yourself, finding balance within whatever creative endeavors you're on, journeys you're on, people you work with, something like that. Yeah, so for Sagittarius's intimate advice, gosh, this card just keeps coming up. It's the Chariot, moving forward, Cancer. Maybe transits also are important to you to look into, to see what planets are transiting the different areas of your birth chart. That's often what I think of with this card, but it's about being in control and bringing things in and bringing things together, and being victorious. Relying on your emotions, relying on, you know, the moon ruling Cancer, and Cancer being associated with the Chariot. So somehow finding that balance and bringing things in, bringing things home, bringing things full circle back. Or 7, being like spiritually led, guided, directed in a way sometimes, but just relying on that spiritual connection, which could be very much this as well, like that sort of spiritual connection above and below, like feeling a direct linkage or connection to your higher self or your spirit guides or whatever it is that you believe in, you know, like, so yeah. What did I just do with the card here? It could be filming something, like maybe you're filming something, I don't know. I just think that she looks like she's doing dishes. Lava lamp as well, so maybe being fired up and heating something up for someone else or for yourself. But it's, yeah, even though it's Cancer, it's like a lot of fiery energy, just maybe giving off that fiery like heat or something, like fiery, passionate sort of with everything that you do, even if you're just doing dishes, like yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Setting, I just think of like a camera roll, like something being so hot that like it just burns up the the film strip or something. You know, maybe that's an idea for you to like, if this is talking more about like just creative type stuff, like burning something away, like getting rid of something, or but if it's talking more about your emotional and spiritual, like intimate, I don't know, like a lot of these overlap. So just depends on you and whatever it is you're looking for. But it is talking about more relationship type things, just heating things up, you know, finding ways to do that, spicing things up, feeling sexy in your own body, in your own skin. Yeah. So on the bottom is, this card seems to want to come out, Page of Air. So that would be Libra for me. Some sort of, like he's a janitor, or he's like some sort of work. He's, I don't know what he's doing. He's dancing as he works. Whistle while you work. Maybe, you know, like if you have a job that you are not like, you know, love, not a lot, most people don't love their job, so like just finding ways to enjoy it, like, you know, bringing in music, dancing away the day as you work. Maybe you're a ballerina, or you just enjoy dancing, dancing to your own drummer, dancing to your own beat. He has like a nice watch on, I think. I know, maybe that's a glove. Some sort of wrench as well, like maybe you're fixing something up, doing some repair work, or maybe you need to get something like repaired, like your camera repaired or something. This was what was on the bottom, which is the 10 of Air. So this is like coming full circle with your thoughts, or just like some sort of ending, like being stabbed in the back. This was the Sun and Gemini. So I don't know what's going on here. Like she lost her shoe. She's on some sort of like lift. I think of like a ski lift or something. She's lost her shoe, and then this guy found it. And he's like, but how do I get it to you? Because you're still going higher, and like, you want your shoe back. Like maybe Cinderella? I don't know. I remember studying visual merchandising and like doing some sort of window display with like Cinderella, like for shoes, and painting, like hand painting the entire like inside, so it looked like you're looking into this like shadow box of it. Okay. Dressing room. This was in college. This is not important, anyways. But like shoes, maybe some sort of shoe fetish you have. He's just like, maybe you're a Gemini, or feeling flip floppy on something, like not sure how to proceed. A lot of air, a lot of thoughts, maybe about how to move forward, or what you need to do in order to elevate yourself, your situation, your thoughts, elevating your mind, how to move in that a different direction, above the city, above the about the lights, City of Lights. He just looks very confused, like, you lost your shoe, don't you want your shoe? Like, I don't know. I just noticed his shoes, like, I don't know how some of these are, like, very, maybe this means something to you, like rooftop. Oh, maybe like a rooftop date or something, a rooftop party, in the summer, think of, like, the heat, Cancer, summertime, so summertime sadness, like, just going little tangents here, because he looks sad, you know, this is how you feel, so maybe you just feel like you're not sure which way to go or how to do something, so, dancing your way through, feeling your way through, yeah, a lot of air, a lot of water, your thoughts informing your emotions informing your thoughts, Gemini and Cancer. I mean, they follow each other, so, like, or, you know, Cancer follows Gemini, so it's like, yeah, maybe your thoughts are informing your emotions and needing to be in control of your thoughts so that you can control the situation better or control how you feel about something better. Yeah, 10 and 7, 17. Or this, dancing your way through a situation, bringing on your dancing shoes. Yeah, so I hope that was helpful. 11, 17, this can also, by the way, mean justice, like with, like justice of the peace, or like marriage, or that kind of thing. Libra, partnerships, and be thinking about partnerships, what you really want in a partnership, and hopefully not feeling defeated, hopefully feeling like something can be rectified, like a situation can be rectified, and, or this could just really very well just mean a name, you know, someone, with 5 letters in their name. And finding balance or coming to some sort of compromise, reconciliation with someone maybe, celebrating, feeling good, and balanced. So hopefully that's how things work out for you. Yeah, so I hope that was helpful. Now on to Capricorn at 1:17:24. So welcome. Oops. Welcome, Capricorn. This shirt is super comfortable, but kind of tends to fall down, and it's like this, like, weird trapeze, like, blouse, dress, top. So this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, Mars, if you're here for love. Cross-watching for someone, or just interested in Capricorn energy, Capricorn people, Capricorn things. Welcome. So as a foundation starting point, whoa. This literally just came up for Sagittarius. No, sorry, that was the 5 of Swords. This is 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Discs. This is the typical imagery, like walking past a warm place, like walking past something that would be good for you, like passing up an opportunity, passing things by, or, you know, it can go reversed and just being like, now you've come across this, you're homeless, you've come across this warm church, you are moving inside to get a warm meal, like parable that out, but like 5 years, 5, whatever timing is for you, but some sort of 5, changing your perspective, changing how you feel or think or see a situation. I mean, changing your direction, where you're headed or where you're going, maybe with someone else, leading the way or following. Sky is like one leg, it looks rough. Feeling outside, feeling shut out, feeling like overlooked or passed by, or not, the other way, but that sort of, idea, like however it applies to you. Stained glass windows, kind of looks familiar. I don't know. It's like homeless chic. It's, um, hmm, um, seeing something, I think, though, like getting up off the ground, like seeing things from a new perspective, like changing how you approach a situation. It can just mean like going, like very literally going somewhere, changing your direction, moving in a different direction, on foot maybe, maybe not using like a crutch, something as a crutch or someone as a crutch, some sort of 5 change winter. Maybe working with someone. Or on the bottom is the Page of Pentacles. So pages I always think of like as the first cardinal of, so here would be Earth, and that would be Taurus, but it can mean anyone, really. It just depends on yourself. Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So Capricorn. And this is some sort of message or something coming in that maybe changes how you see situation, or giving something, asking for a tidbit of advice, a nugget of wisdom, getting a nugget of wisdom, of advice, being given an offer or some sort of hearing about something, hearing some news that changes how you think or feel or see something or someone. It's just like glowing. It looks like some sort of like, I don't know how to explain it, but I see in my head like just sort of like, and like music and like light and some prized possession, prized something that is valuable to you, something that is, worthwhile, worth your time, maybe. Some sort of, she also has like a little book here that's like attached to her belt. You can see that. I saw a Prada. And her hair has this like kind of cool, like, it doesn't even need hair ties. It just like stays like that. Some braids and just, like some sort of like something new coming in, or being given something, or offering something to someone else, and that changing how you feel about where you're at, maybe. Okay, so Prada does have 5 letters in it, so again, it can mean anything, like 5, just have to see how it works out for you, like what you normally associate things with. Things change a lot too, so just being open to things that are different coming in or passing. So for Capricorn, spiritual, just completely fell out. Ace of Wands, something new. And again, this was coming out for a bunch of readings earlier this week. 3 of Swords, sorrow, Saturn, and Libra. So this can mean getting to the point, or 3 letters, 3 weeks. Can mean heartbreak, some news or something that like breaks your heart. But it could also, since this is reversed, it can mean like, something new idea, or something that comes in that just unbreaks your heart, unbreak my heart. That song. So anyways, but it can just mean like connecting, like emotional intelligence too, creative intelligence, with fire and passion, and this just looks like some sort of idea that's just electrified with power, just going out in all different directions. Like maybe you're one of those people that like you come up with something and like put it out there and just kind of magnifies, like cloudy situation, fire, thoughts, being empowered, being inspired, being maybe to get over a heartbreak or something. If you are experiencing that, like throwing yourself into work to help you change your focus. That could be what that is, you know, like changing your focus with something. So 1 and 3, 4, or 3 and 1. So like also could be like not just letters but words. So like any sort of 3-word sentence like I love you or I don't love you. I hope that's not what's happening. But yeah. So some brand new idea. Again, kind of like that Ace of Pentacles. So 2 aces. It's good omen. So maybe that changing your situation and how you feel or think, you know, about something. Oh, stars on the bottom. This keeps coming up. Or it's like right there. Anyways, okay, so moving on to Capricorn, love, intimate advice. I am getting a new deck. I'm waiting on more PG. But until then, we have Erotic Tarot. This is the 2 of Fire, Mars and Aries, and Death, Scorpio 13 on the bottom. I wasn't focused though. I was talking about something else. I'm going to pull another one. Capricorn. Hold on. I'm going to shuffle these. A lot of the same cards, and this is a new deck, so sometimes I feel like they like stick together, you know, and to like reshuffle sometimes. Work for Capricorn. It's coming out of a painting, coming out of some box of frame of perception that you've been in, maybe, or, you know, art, maybe going on a date to a museum. But 9 of Air, it's like, again, being up all night with your thoughts, maybe, but totally different imagery. So maybe just Mars and Gemini has something to do with, you know, reining things in again and like figuring out how you feel about something and then taking the initiative to go for it, like that Ace of Wands here. Just doing a little subtle maneuver. Also, I think of that old movie, like where she like they're trying to hitchhike or something or get a ride, and it's not working out for him. But there's a girl and she's with this guy, and so she says, you know, like, don't worry about it, I got it. And she like pulls up her skirt a little bit, which was like really risque at the time. So how things are maybe, and then a car comes by and they get a ride. So. I don't know what movie that is. I don't know. But, yeah, so maybe things that are just, like, subtly sexy, a little bit risque, but times are changing, so something that will not be in the future. You know what I mean? This also came out. This is the 1 of Earth, so... just have an itch. This is probably you, or again with that like Page of Pentacles, or like an ace or page, something new, or more like I am in charge of my environment, or feeling in control of your environment, feeling connected to your environment. The leaves are just like that are on her dress are just like becoming her. It's like living fashion. Earth, and just feeling powerfully in control. She looks like someone, I'm not sure who right now, but just focused on the end goal, maybe. You look like two different people. This kind of just... Anyways, this is doing way too many cards right now. Knight of Fire, horseback riding. This one wanted to come out, just the Empress. And yeah, like she is in charge, you know, or at least in the bedroom. Like, he's just begging for her. Like, he just wants, you know, her grace or forgiveness, like, or some sort of like, again, with these like vines coming off and these things, like, I don't know, just kind of reminds me of the same thing, but like sort of in an environment or something that's living, or being that person that just sort of gives life to things like the Empress. Things come alive around you, maybe. Kind of have that living energy within you. And like when people come in contact with you or whatever environment you're in, what movie is that? Like things just sort of come alive and blossom around you. But yeah, and he probably realizes that. It looks like he's like, you know, done something wrong. And this is Venus, by the way. And he's just, you know, like, I'm at your feet. I'm at your disposal. Like, whatever you want me to do, I'll do. That kind of thing. She, you know, strong and in charge. Yeah, so 3 again is about love, art, creation. So maybe this is you or someone you know. Maybe this is you or someone you know. Maybe this is you or someone you know. 9, 3, and 1. 12, 14. Yeah, so maybe you are involved with someone like this, or this is just the energy that you are embodying. And maybe resuscitating and bringing something back to life, like these leaves, like bringing a relationship back to life, bringing a project, an idea, yeah, something back to life. And I said this before, but it just reminds me, like, Take Me to Church, or Mercy, that song Mercy. Like, he realizes that she's a goddess, and, you know, like, full of love and beauty, and maybe he saw things differently before. Maybe he thought that she was kind of like in her own little world, and I don't know. But again, yeah, this reminds me of like a Da Vinci painting or something, or like Aphrodite. I just thought of that song, She's So High. I think it says something about like Aphrodite or something in that. So maybe realizing, appreciating, loving the woman or man that you're with, and for the goddess that they are, like the inner goddess that they are, like, you know, whatever, for their grace, their strength, their beauty, their inner, all of that. Knowing that someone is beautiful inside and out, knowing that you are beautiful inside and out. I don't know how I've gone on this tangent, but like, yeah, maybe taking someone back, maybe asking for forgiveness if they really are as like beautiful as they seem, enough for him to like come back and beg for forgiveness. Like, you know, that will be apparent. Like they have that in them. So, is on his like some sort of graphic on the back of his shirt. This just looks like a fun dress to wear, just like very bouncy and full. Anyways, this is love. So Venus and Mars, Gemini. So kind of like balancing too as well, in Earth. maybe, and you also have Sagittarius down here. So, yeah, getting out into nature as well. Getting back together, deciding to go on a nice little date to the museum or something like that. Or 12, healing, forgiveness, love, creation. She is, Empress is creation. She's beauty. She's love, just anything that is, it's like Venus de Milo, it's like that kind of person. So, whoever that is to you, and maybe it is you, and someone is asking you for forgiveness, and you are, or extending, an olive branch, extending the hand, reaching out to someone, reaching towards someone, someone reaching out to you, and just saying, like not letting them back too easily, like, making sure that they know that they have been a dog or something, but ultimately I think, like, embodying that sort of Venusian loving energy and knowing that we're all just human, we're all just trying to figure it out as we go, so we're all just, I think, just doing the best we can. So being forgiving, giving people second chances, because that's what you would want, and but not being, not letting them off that easy, like making sure that they really apologize. So anyways, I hope that was helpful, Capricorn, and yeah, I think just about a brand new start, or offering that to someone else and changing your perspective and ways of thinking or seeing something. And this can just be an explosion of energy and love and connection to others and feeling lovely, feeling beautiful, feeling powerful and in charge, and wanting to extend that to someone else. And yeah, but letting them show, their awe, their awe of you. Anyways, okay. Moving on to Aquarius at 1:37:08. How do I go for so long? Anyways, okay. I hope that welcome Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus and Mars if you're here for more of like a love reading, or just interested in Aquarius and cross-watching Aquarius energy, or I have a lot of planets in Aquarius, or whatever. Aquarius is important to you. Welcome. Or just foundational cards. So starting point for Aquarius is, this is the Six of Swords, so some sort of mental guidance, being pushed forward, walking a thin line. Sometimes there's like, what's it called, like murky or like turbulent waters on one side and smooth waters on the other. So it's like moving towards a smooth direction for you. It just means traveling, transits, maybe transits to your 6th house or something, or 6 letters. Maybe something like that is important to you. 6 weeks, but being spiritually guided, feeling your way through. People are on board with you. You're moving ahead, moving forward. Maybe cross little, bodies of water. It's like more short distance, I feel like, but it could just mean moving, traveling in any case. So maybe 6 is important to you. 6 month, so that would be June. It's also going to come out strength, so summer months. And this was on the bottom. It came out like that, but 9, this is having it all, feeling good in your environment, feeling like you've worked hard for whatever it is that you have, or getting news that like makes you feel good and independent and like you have it all, or moving towards somewhere that you could have it all, moving maybe into a new place, moving your belongings, people, whoever, into a new place, just like a gateway, some sort of garden, enjoying the roses, grapes and roses, She has her little bird. This is like literally means having it all. Being it all to someone else. Pentacles having to do with, your tangible material reality. So maybe feeling like maybe you got paid or something and like now you have your paycheck to work with and you feel good. Or it can mean like 9 months, 9 years, whatever, paying attention to these different minor arcana cards and swords, swords, earth, water, all that, and maybe seeing if any of these end up working out for you, and then you have a better idea of, when something like this comes up, if it means years for you or, letters or whatever. So it's just hanging out in your garden, enjoying your atmosphere, enjoying what you've built, enjoying your life, feeling full of grace, beauty, taking the slow route to get there, but ultimately having like everything that you want or want to achieve. Hey. So 6 and 9, like Cancer, maybe that's important to you. Maybe you have a Cancer or something. So let's move on to spiritual advice for Aquariuses. The Sun just popped out. Sun, maybe you have Sun in Aquarius. This was on the bottom there, which that came up for Sagittarius, maybe, or maybe it was actually Scorpio. If that's important to you, you might want to look back and see. 19, the Sun reduces down to a 1, so this is you. This is like one of the best cards to get in the deck, because either way, it's like just happiness, joyful, like youthful, fun, feeling alive, feeling like you're shining, you're your best self, that kind of thing. Even if it's reverse, it could just mean that like maybe more at home or something that you're, not everyone's seen it, but like, yeah, it's just being creative and expressive and feeling like a kid, maybe being with someone that makes you feel like a kid, like someone, maybe traveling with someone that makes you feel young and good, and think of Katy Perry's Teenage Dream, that kind of thing, like, just someone that makes you feel young, and bringing that out of you so that you can be as, like, you can approach whatever it is that you're working on or situation or people, whatever, with a fun, youthful vibe, maybe 19 is important to you, or just something that just makes you kind of radiate, maybe even just investing in some like new cosmetic products, because I think of this card like she's like independent, she has it going on, she has all the finest things in life, and something that like makes you shine, like maybe your complexion or something like that, or just being good to your soul, good to your spirit, looking into things more, building your empire so that you can really feel like alive. I don't know. But it's about moving, maybe moving locations, moving cross bodies of water, moving towards summer, moving towards, going outside. But it's life source, it's like life energy. The Sun, it's really expressing yourself to the best of your ability. There's like, I think, a snake or something around this mountaintop, and putting a cap on it is what I think of. Yeah, so let's see, on the bottom was 9 of Swords, cruelty, great. But yeah, this has come up for a couple different signs. So Mars and Gemini, so being aggressive in your communication, or taking initiative in communication, and or feeling like you're up all night with your thoughts. I always notice like the outlines in the background more so than the blood-drenched swords, if you can see that. And this kind of look like, just like little scribble outlines of something. Maybe just doing like blind contour sketching. Maybe just exercising, practicing some of your like artistic skills and just warming up, or something to get out of your head and maybe be more like free flowing and expressive in everything you're doing, whether it's just, drawing, or it's, some sort of other, expression, or just being outside, but just warming up. I think of like loosening up, warming up, loosening up. Maybe you are going to the gym and you need to stretch more so you don't hurt yourself or something. Just giving like play and just expression. And so if you are like doing something that involves like some sort of like physical, maybe that's important. Maybe there's some sort of injury that you could avoid. Sometimes I feel like, just because something doesn't happen or whatever, it just, maybe it was avoided. So it's like taking all those ideas and things into account and knowing that timing works out for everyone in different ways. Thinking maybe about time, 9 being the end of some sort of completion, some sort of cycle, so that you can start over. It's leading to 10, which is a tweener card, and it's like right in between the end and beginning. So this is really finishing something up with your thoughts, finishing up some sort of, again, 2 9s, which is 18. So Earth and Swords, thoughts and maybe actions. But that adds up to the moon, so the sun and the moon. It's, maybe connecting those sun-moon midpoints in your birth chart, finding out what your most authentic expression. I think of the sun as being authenticity as well, like finding out what your most authentic expression is, so that you can like really tap into it and find out more about those like characteristics and just how you can express yourself more, so like more to your own unique abilities, unique mindset, unique whatever it is that you do, or interested in doing, being as original and fresh and new and young with whatever that is, approaching things maybe from a young mindset so that you can see the bigger picture and see like how everything like works out and in a different way, in a different perspective, just being imaginative and open-minded to whatever it is you're working on or trying to accomplish. Getting out of your head, getting enough sleep, getting enough rest, going to bed early. So, okay, let's move on to the erotic tarot. So, shirt just likes to keep coming down. All right, anyways, for Aquariuses, love, romantic, advice, ideas, suggestions. This is the Knight of Air. Gemini is really just on people's minds, I guess. This is first time this card popped out, I didn't realize that she was not wearing pants, so some sort of bareback situation. Taking precaution, taking care. She looks like Pocahontas. I don't know. Maybe again traveling or just fall. The opposite sign to Gemini is Sagittarius, and that kind of came up, I think, briefly before for Capricorn, maybe. So, so maybe it is about partner signs or something, opposites, fall, November. But this is Knight of Air, so some sort of mutable, transitional card. Gemini being a mutable sign, so that makes sense. Fall leaves, wind, crisp air. November is my favorite month, like because of that. You can like smell smell fall, you know, there's just a change in season. It smells differently in the fall. So enjoying getting out into nature, going for a horseback ride, and maybe, you know, taking the right precautions as far as what to wear. She has some sort of like metal like links across her chest, and like some cool boots. Like I kind of want those boots. Like they look like really warm and just like fun to like go wear out in, like, you know, wherever she is, like some sort of mountain, or not, you know, upstate New York, I think of. This reminds me of a scene from Factory Girl. I have things that just like pop into my head, like little images from movies, everything that I've ever seen, like just constantly. And so, yeah, it reminds me of like a Factory Girl scene when they go upstate and she rides on a horse. It's like after the sex scene. Anyways, oh, I have not gotten this before. This one, I don't even know what to say about that, so we'll go with this. This is 4 of Air, Jupiter, Libra. I just thought of some sort of like DreamWorks, or yeah, but this is 4 being about stability, foundation. Maybe going back to our foundation cards here, which are about moving and setting up a life for yourself, being independent, being successful, feeling like you have it all. So maybe within some sort of like documenting your life or something. I don't know, maybe people remember when like those combat boots were really popular. That's just what I thought of. Like in like 2008, 2009. This is like, normally you would see her being like in a rain situation setting because of her umbrella and like, you know, night sky instead of this sort of sunset sky. So maybe she's like shading herself from, I'm not sure what's going on here, but Jupiter and Libra is just an abundance of fair, right, balanced energy. Abundance and expansion within partnerships, within maybe relationships, Libra having to do with relationships. So just being lucky and abundant in how you see your relationships going, maybe, how they are situated, set up, maybe real, or camera film, maybe, I don't know, rain on a, it's all these like very independent, you know, like there's just all maybe 3 different sides of yourself, or like more nature, more like entertainment, more independent, like enjoying your alone time. But yeah, it could be 13 too, like 13 reducing down to a 4. It's about some sort of change and transformation, maybe from this to this or this to that, like, or maybe this resulting from this and that, however it works out for you. But yeah, it's just like having it all, wanting it all, finding your foundation, finding your footing somehow, so that you can move forward and move in a successful, good direction. Yeah, so maybe Libra, Gemini, I mean, you're in Aquarius, another air sign, so connecting that sort of like all the different ways of communication, speech, communicating in different ways to get your point across best, or embodying different aspects within yourself, you know, to communicate well with others. or to, yeah, connect with others too. Figuring out more about others and how people work and characteristics and just, different types of personalities and how different people communicate and like what are people's like triggers. And I don't know where I'm getting on this like tangent, but like just understanding people better so that you can understand how to approach people better. Maybe approach, or movie, some sort of living in a movie, or living in your own film reel or something. Thinking, a lot of thought, almost all sorts. So really thinking about your future and where it's going, and like maybe wanting to document where you've been so far, and so that you can like just learn from the past and move forward in a direction that, encompasses like and embodies and has all those life experiences you've already had, but like allows you to grow and move forward. Maybe looking back to old pictures or something like that from the past that help you remember something and gives you good ideas for the future. I just think of some sort of musical here with this, like, I don't know, Pocahontas musical, I don't know. So yeah, see, I don't know, maybe that works out for you. Again, there's a 5 on the bottom having to do with Mercury, and I don't know what to say about this, but yeah, we'll just move on. So I hope that was helpful, Aquarius. And now Pisces at 1:56:07.